Magic Realm can be a dangerous and frightening place. The Glinthawk's watchful eyes will keep your artifacts safe, or will sacrifice our services for free. Glinthawk Security, returning artifacts to their rightful owners since 2010. Glinthawk Security.
Propaganda, it's a time for propaganda, time to grab your brews and your commons. Propaganda, open up your best ideas, time to watch Deluxe Brew a deck for you.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome, and thank you to Jeremy from Legion in Lawndale, our local store. My son played him a few weeks ago, and this came out, and they sent me this list. I'm about a week or two late playing it. This is as is. I really like this list because it plays 23 new Modern Horizons 3 cards, and it's very formidable. Really like this list. We've got 18 lands, all basics except for the one Ridgeline. I believe, what are we running? 7 mountains and the rest are forests. We've got a Lightning Bolt. We've got the Cloakwood Swarmkeeper. We've got the Generous Ent and the Oliphaunt 1 and 2 respectively to even out the curve. Both can fetch this, fixing your mana and such. So the big deal here is that this is called Eldrazi Burn for a reason. We're using Impact Tremors and Molten Gatekeeper to fuel this awesome thing. So we've got the Writhing Chrysalis, probably the most under the radar card of all time in Pauper. Anything, I have to be honest, I did it again. Not to be dishonest, I look at any card that's over 4 mana and I'm just like, it's not gonna be worth it. And so this one flew under the radar for those reasons. This has reach, it has devoid, and it's almost outside of like a cast down. It's super hard to kill with this second ability. Whenever you sacrifice another Eldrazi, put a +1/+1 counter. So if you have multiples, it gets pretty crazy, pretty fast. Super fan with the what do you call on the emojis, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, we've got a Sprout Swarm engine, 3 of those. We've got the Nest Invaders. Malevolent Rumble really made a splash in hexproof. A lot of cards, people didn't see this card coming either. Really fixes a lot of the problems and gives you a token for edict effects. Really cool to go. You can just pretty much find anything outside of Lightning Bolt with this, or Impact Tremors. Oh no, that's a permanent too, isn't it? Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. I've only played a few games with this, but it's been playing awesome. Glimpse the Impossible, we've got in the 4 of. We've got 4 Gatekeeper, 4 Repurposer, and 4 Writhing Chrysalis in our sideboard. 3 Blasts, 4 Grudges. We've got 2 Life Goes On, 3 of the new. If you didn't get enough Modern Horizons 3 in the main deck, here's 3 more. We've got 20 main, 3 on the side, Horrific Assault. Nice way to gain life and kill stuff outside without getting pyroblasted, and 2 Relics of the Progenitus. So, but the only thing I've been noticing, sometimes this deck can get blocked forever. We don't really have much trample going on, but it's a lot of fun. And if you like the new cards, this is definitely, I don't think you can come up with a list that's more, that's as good and can power out enough stuff. And I even made a new card frame here as I sit in the Elder Eldrazi here. So Green Bean Sushi Roll looks like a fun deck. All right, good to have you with us. Thanks for chatting in for the first time. Yeah. Oh, and on our community tab, I just posted up, I'm going to try to find, with your help hopefully, Pauper Tim's hat. I would really like to be able to find that. So I can wear it on the show other than a wig. So when people turn in their points, I can put on the purple beret and go over that. So we're going to keep this because of the Oliphaunt. Go from there. Well, that's lame. Let's remember Estupendo is not to play. That was a really good hand. One of the notes in playing this list is you want to sacrifice a bit of tempo to get out an early Impact Tremors. You can win games with Impact Tremors and a Gatekeeper out and just keep Sprout Swarming them. And I mean, it happens pretty quickly. Everything that dies gets bigger. Edicts are just completely useless against this list. So, there he is again. Let's kill this. You're going to do it to me, I'll do it to you. We don't play with cheaters or quitters. We will go over here. Probably sniping or something stupid in a game that doesn't matter. So, so thank you to Jeremy at Legion for that. We'll say yes, and hopefully we get a decent hand here. Alrighty. Well, we can keep this. This is a little clunky. We'll keep. And you want to use your tokens for the Glimpse of the Impossible. Yeah, the alpha art, Dreamer Stingo. Yeah, just the purple hat, the typical Tim, the one we always use. It's funny, I used to wear a purple beret, as goofy as that sounds, in high school for years. It was kind of I was trying to grow out my hair for this drama thing, and for like my whole junior and like most of my senior year, I wore this little beret cap. That was kind of my thing. I wish I still had it. Just lost it. I found it at a Renaissance festival. But I'd like to find something as close to looking as that as possible. So hopefully with all the reach that we've got now, somebody can find something or know somebody on Etsy or something, and I can order one and we can get the ball rolling with that. That'd be pretty cool. Alrighty. Kind of want to bolt here, but, you know, this feels like a Skyfisher is going to be out in a few more turns. So, hey, Little Fight's in the house. Woo! Old school. Back at it. He's probably going to be squinting at all the new cards. Alrighty. Let's bring out a Nest Invader and pass the turn. Blop, 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 blop. Here we go. Those super new schoolers. Little Fight was my very first co-captain slash, what do you call, alpha beta pilot for PauperRBust when we first started out. Years and years. All right, here we go. Ekhaert Wellspring. Looks like we're up against some sort of Black Garden variant, maybe. I'm just throwing out words here. Well, thanks to the Eldrazi spawn token, we can get out the Repurposer. Is that the best play, though? Let's see. Ooh, Rumble. This is tricky. Tricky. Let's hit our land drop. Let's go get a land. See if we can get one anyway. We might not find one. Malevolent Rumble. We'll at least get another Eldrazi token out of the deal. Uh-oh. Gatekeeper's pretty cool in this scenario. I'd like to get one of those out so that we can start doing stuff. Writhing Chrysalis is very tempting. I'm going to go with Gatekeeper here. What is going on? I don't know. Are people tired of Chrysalis lists or something? Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we can get things rolling a little bit smoother here. So yeah, that's the thing. We're trying to find a Pauper Tim hat that I can put on the show for the Pauper points. Outside of the wigs, because it's starting to be summertime and I don't want to be too hot. I mean, a hat's one thing, but Bill Mays, I would like Chrysalis there because Molten Gatekeeper can be unearthed. Yeah, but only for one turn. This adds up so much once you get it out. If it remains unmolested, especially if you get both of these out and you start doing anything with these guys, it just gets ridiculous. I felt like sometimes, obviously Swarmkeeper is a great turn one play when you kind of have the optimal hand, but I was thinking like maybe Essence Warden or even like one or two Pulsa Marasas might be good to, you know, get back your goods when you're going that way. So yeah, it's pretty hard to beat the Chrysalis. We're not calling any of those quitters here. We'll just pretend this is the first time going up here. So good times. Yeah, if you saw the top of the show, we had a little Glinthawk security commercial there. Here we go. Hopefully we don't get quitters. Drawback of playing leagues is that you wait minutes and minutes and minutes to get in, and then the drawback of doing this sometimes is the opposite. You get some quitters. So we're going to mulligan this. Double check I don't have any searchers. I do not. Good hand. Keep. What are we going to throw back? Probably. Oh boy, this is rough. I'll probably get back Glimpse the Impossible. I'm going to get rid of Swarm. Is it done? We'll bring out the Swarmer and go from there. Hopefully it'll live. Or maybe we just kill the Delver. Get things rolling that way. Let's see what we draw here. We don't have too much life gain in this list, so I might want to kill that Delver first. Let's go with that plan. While there's no, what do you call, Spell Pierce available, that way our creature will get through and we can still cycle our land and go from there. You forget how quickly that Delver can really start eating you up there. Yeah, this is probably like the most confusing show Little Fight could be back for, because there's like 23 new cards as of like 2 weeks ago, and on top of that, other new cards. Check out this old school artwork, Little Fight. Glimpse the Impossible. They brought back a lot of the old artists from the original days so that everything has that old school look and feel. Hey, you got to be honest. Get out of here with that comment. All right. We want to do this. Let's bring out the Swarmkeeper. We'll cycle the Ent probably for... I could get the duel, but I want to hit the ground running here next turn with that Eldrazi Repurposer. So I believe I'm going to get the Forest. What do you say? Yeah, well, I have to. I'm going to do that route, right? All right. So we can do the Repurposer. A little bit of Sprout Swarm action. The Cloakwood Swarmer is going to be able to keep up with Delver outside of a bolt to it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I've got a couple boarding. I think I got 4 boarding parties, but yeah, geez, they shot up like 400% or something. That's nuts. Now with Glimpse the Impossible, really good tip courtesy of Jeremy is that you want to use your tokens outside of a Edict engine across from you, so that you have that colored mana to play that turn. But it's just all value all the time. Let's see what we're gonna see. We've got this opened up for a Flame Burst. Talk about old school. It's gonna be some sort of graveyard shenanigans list. Our Cloakwood Swarmer is not gonna be alive for very long. We'll see how this goes. This is only with tokens. It's not creatures. That'd be a beast if it was with creatures, right? Woo! Here we go. Glimpse the Impossible showing up. We'll get our dude out. Plop. Make a token. And when it dies, we get a token too. Pretty awesome. And they're colorless. I've been running into a few Prismatic Strands lists, and it gets pretty funny. It's pretty cool. We'll say yield to this. Bring out the Swarm. And we could bring this out. I don't want to though. We'll attack for 2. Should be all right here. 2. It's going down. All right. Not a problem. Probably Glimpse Impossible. Get out some more creatures. Really want to top deck like a Impact Tremors or the Lava Dude. Yeah, the cooler thing too, Little Fight, these old school, they went back to the old school font, and the background of this area is all dark, so a lot of the older cards look like the older cards. It's pretty sweet. We'll dismiss that, close this up, take 3. It's getting close quickly here. I like this style of list for sure. This could be a problem. Come on now. What do we got? What do we got? We got another Repurposer. Well, yeah, I could do that to that. I'm just going to bring this out. We can't really block. I could have used that for a mana. I'm just going to chill out here and try to develop a bit. We don't have too much time. That Spellfist can get pretty scary as we've played with the, what do you call, blue Blitz. And we've got 6. They technically probably have 6 a turn, but we're already down 6, so it's not looking too sharp here. We need to find our Chrysalis quickly because that does have reach. Yeah, the Chrysalis will really shut the door here outside of the Spellfist. Flame Burst. It's like, gosh, what year is this? 2006? What's going on? What do we got here? Uh-oh. Next instant or sorcery spell. Copy it. A lot of non-blocking stuff. I think we're going to go to game 2 pretty quickly here. Yeah, this is a crazy card. Boink. Double Fire Blast. What a cool trick. You don't see this Teach by Example played too much anymore. It'd be terrifying to run into a person with an owl head. They say owls are one of the dumbest birds. We'll concede here. We dropped the first one. This will be, I'm just going to call this Blitz. All right. So, none of that stuff's going down. We're going to want our blasts in here. Probably some life goes on. Bring these in. This is a little late. Let's maybe one of these. One of these. One of these. One more card to go. This is a little flood. Let's go like this. Hiya! Yeah, Teach by Example. Pretty sweet card. Billy Mays, Horrific Assault. Let's go here. Yes! Impact Tremors early with an Oliphaunt. We'll keep this. We've got a pretty nice first turn. We'll just go find the forest land. Hopefully we just draw into a forest, but right now we've only got the one option here. This is why we're playing it. Let's bring out Impact Tremors ASAP. Plop, plop, plop. Cycle Oliphaunt, Mountain Cycling, and the little trickster with the Forest Mountain. Woo! Be able to sneak that through there. Insto-tech. I might risk it and just drop a mountain if we don't top deck a forest here and just get out that Impact Tremors. Yeah, it's probably is the best spell to copy with a first day of class. You're right. Or teach by example, sorry. Forest? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to drop an Impact Tremors here. And I'll do it again next turn, and we'll set up everything. And hopefully we just don't see a... I'm really afraid of like a Kiln Fiend. I'm sure they've got that in this sort of list. I can't imagine what Little Fight's thinking. Literally every card in our hand except Impact Tremors is new. He's probably like, read. Yeah. Modern Horizons 3 just came out, Little Fight, and there's probably like 30 playable cards. We're playing 23 in this one, which is a PauperRBust first. I think the most we've ever, like new cards we've ever had in a build has maybe been 7. And it was pretty janky. This is like a pretty formidable deck. Uh-oh. This might be a really quick first round, people. It's probably like the kryptonite of this sort of list. We don't really have that much removal outside of Lightning Bolt. And I can't even Malevolent Rumble for it. Joaquin. I always say Joaquin that way. Gets my wife angry. Whenever we see Joaquin Phoenix in a movie, I'm like, Joaquin. Just like when I made my brother laugh so hard, my oldest, I remember watching a TV commercial years back in like the mid-90s, and this commercial comes on, and I was like, Magrani? What the hell is that? And this lady's holding her head, and he just started laughing so hard. It's like, migraine, you idiot. Come on, there's not much to do here. Even mutagenic doesn't do much. Maybe the phone rang, who knows. Come on, Forest. I don't want to really roll into this Kiln Fiend naked. Adding some drama here. Come on. Joaquin G. It's not much to do with no mana. Let's go. Boring. Jeez, oh, peas, oh. That's about the perfect thing here. We'll bring out the Impact Tremors. We'll bring out at least a blocker. Do 2 damage. At least they've got to at least use a bolt on it or something. We'll do that. All right. 20 feels like 7 against a Kiln Fiend here. I got some sort of trample, battle rage sort of thing going on. Mutagenic, drop a mountain, fire blast. Blop, we're dead. I'll at least have a blocker with the Eldrazi token and that Malevolent Rumble if that pays off. Tokens are cool too, because if something has life gain, 6/6 angler coming at you, you just block and sacrifice it, and they don't gain any life. Since mana burn isn't a thing, I don't know if you could vote on mana burn coming back, like when you don't use it, you have to take that damage. I'm kind of old school that way. I feel like that would be a good thing. Oh, we're gonna lose, guys. Oops. That PauperRBust is green bean sushi roll. Do 8. Oh, do you run 4 Tremors? Yes, and I run 4 of the red dudes too that do the same thing. All right, come on now. What do we got? Let's do the Rumble first. We have a basic forest, which is nice. Oh, we're gonna have to go with Invader here. We've got this is a blocker that can double block technically here. Get the token up. We'll do the thing. Do the thing. We will let this always go. Play this. Play the Invader. I'm going to swing. We're going to have 4 blockers. If they've got some way around this, that's fine. I'd much rather them have to use like a bolt now, and or maybe even trade something, which is very unlikely. But this Swarmkeeper is going to get pretty big pretty quickly. Respectable 3/3. Here we go. Got him to 12. We got 3 blockers. They might have a way through this. I'm going to try to play to win here. We're hoping for a block. Probably not going to get one. I'm sure there's a battle. And that sounds like a defeatist. It's just, they've got blue and red. We don't really have much removal outside of Lightning Bolt, so which may need to be remedied. It's not that you run into this sort of list every day, though, right? It's typical of the stream. You haven't missed much that way, Little Fight. It's always that first match is always just like, oh, hey, we haven't seen this deck in 7 years. It's the perfect nemesis. Here, It's your first round opponent. What's this? An Anivix Cyclops? Impulse? Teach by example? Yeah, we're dead. Nice to see that card being used. I do like that superconductor. It makes a lot of sense, you know. It's just builds up, builds up, builds up, and then crunch. All right, well, there's at least one getting through. Oh, he's got a double teach, though. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. Nice. Yeah, we're dead here. If they've got any sort of other action. Normally, our invader would live, but not when it's doubled. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, Filmy Maze, you're right. They do have the nuts. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, why can't I draw like this when I play this sort of list? All right, we crash and burn. It's like a perfect scenario, perfect draw, perfect deck list. So let's jump on in, and hopefully I can show you guys some fireworks with this list. That ain't it. That's like playing a token strategy with somebody playing like 4 Arms of Hadar main and Dowson, whatever, Sorrow. Yes. Okay, we've got a font and an early. We're going to keep this big time. This is a really good hand. A little heavy on the rumbles, but we're going to cycle this straight away. Go get a basic, drop that Tremors, and hopefully just walk into some more lands here. Boop-a-doop. Yeah, holy wow. That's a good way to say that last round. Don't mislead people named Chimpskey. It's not the end of the show. Somebody chiming in right now, they might leave. All right, here we go. There's that. We just need to hit a land here. Let's drop the Tremors and go. I know end of the festivities did equal end of the show, that's for sure. I hate having to play Malevolent Rumble for a land, but we might have to do that just to get things online here. There's the Familiar. Now, I've been warning people about that card. I'll get rid of the Rumble with Guerrilla Tactics. I just, you know, and it could be running Guerrilla Tactics in this. More of a sideboard card. I just don't think it's right for this one. But talk about an old school card, right? Yeah. I guess we can do both, right? Let's do this. Cycle this for a forest. I'll go get it. This way we're not stuck on grabbing forest, but we can if we want to. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Ooh, the Gatekeeper is pretty damn good. Think I'm going to get Gatekeeper. Yeah, we're grabbing Gatekeeper. Okay. And we get the thing. Always do the stuff. Now we're edict proof by default. Just really want to hit a land, drop that Gatekeeper, and then we'll start playing Magic. That Molten Gatekeeper is pretty sweet. Whenever another creature under your control does 1 damage to each opponent. Probably see some playing Commander. And Unearth can be relevant. What do we have here? This is definitely some sort of repurpose engine here. All right. Here we go. Yep. I'll get rid of, I guess, the purposer here. Sometimes people go a little too crazy over that synergy. We'll play out the Gatekeeper. We'll play this. And we'll pass the turn. It's going to hurt if he can refurbish again. Little fight's been going on. Very deep ends with AI. If you have any AI questions, he's your guy. He's I have a friend who owns an AI company, and I think Little Fight knows more than he does as far as like uses and stuff like that. And also check out Odinata. Is that it, Little Fight? Little side business he's got going on. Yeah, it might be right. It might be Little Fight AI, right? That'd be pretty funny. Oh God, this is tempting. I think I dropped Tremors and then repurpose. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to get really greedy here. Let's drop this. We'll do this for the repurposer. This will maximum hose damage here. Uh-oh, cast down. Damn it. All right. Well, we still get the repurpose engine going along. Who needs to attack? We don't. Okay, hopefully they don't have a way to make us discard because we really like our hand here. If we top deck a mountain, that'd be pretty optimal. We could bring out the Gatekeeper and then Writhing. Right out of the gates. Swing. Again, if this had Essence Warden, might really keep us in some games that we don't have a right being in, but it's a pretty sweet list. Okay, that does the thing. We'll let this go. We'll kill that. I like to have the threat of being able to kill that Skyfisher anytime I want. It's so weird having 3/3s that are viable in the format. It makes a big difference. There's a lot of 2/3 bodies that have been the norm. Yeah. Littlefy goes all in when, especially with tech stuff. He is the man with that stuff. All right. Oh boy. Called it. Let's do this. Check out this, suckers. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Chrysalis. Always yield. We'll attack into that. Sure, man. How you like that stack, sucker? Always yield. It ain't over yet. Here we go. Ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun. We have not attacked, people. We will now. Isn't that cool? We have not attacked and they're at 3. All right. All right. Crunch. Now again, we could sacrifice at instant speed, and this has reach, and I love how they hid reach way down at the bottom of it. Had 1 or 2 people, even though that card's nothing, it's technically, it's new, but it's just funny to see people run at you with a Skyfisher in the air. You're like, okay, I'll block. Or they try to bolt it and you just sacrifice a spawn token. You're like, now it's big enough. No attackies. And then Chimpskey, you are speaking full PauperRBust. We cast a creature. They're almost dead. That's a good feeling to have. You go for it there, little fight. So Repurposer comes in. They're going to draw a card out of the deal. Hopefully it's a useless Tithing Blade at this point. Attack for anything. We're going to be good times. There's another blocker. These are all dying. Outside of a Omen Engine and another Skyfisher pump, we should be all right. We're at 16. Just don't want to see any life gain package showing up. We're going this is Orzhov. Like I was saying, I don't want to speak too soon because, this could happen, right? They kill it and all of a sudden they're back in it. But usually these Orzhov lists are pretty easy pickings for this, unless they start getting the graveyard engine going and we can't apply pressure like if we drew a land right now. But we're good here. We'll do the thing. This is lots of damage. And if this dies, they're dead, so they can't block it to kill it. But we don't need to even worry about that. Boop. We don't need to attackies. Win. I didn't see too many artifacts. I don't think this is a very big artifact list, but I do want to respect that graveyard. I'll bring in these. I'm going to lose an Ent and probably a Swarm. I think 2 Swarm might be right for this list, not 3. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't played it all that much. I have just been such a pickleball addict. I've been having those lessons. I had another one just yesterday with Yoda, my pickleball wizard. Actually, his name is Luis Marquez, and he is the man. Love that guy. All right. This is a pretty slow hand. I think I might pitch this. We've got a way out, but it's a really slow way out, and I don't like this, and this is kind of a clog. We're going to mulligan this. We'll keep this hand. That's pretty good. And we got an early Tremors. I think I'm just going to pay my dues with the Woodland Ridge. We'll keep this. Do we get rid of Glimpse? Glimpse. Done. But yeah, just... Oh, and then what? Little pickleball update. I know I always do this, but it's only for like a minute. Our summer league started with the tournament, and because we finished second place last season, we faced first place, the ones that got us out, and we beat them. And it was truly because of the training that my wife and I have done, and a few of the others have taken classes from them now. So it's really starting to pay off. It's really neat going over stuff and just seeing the work pay off. Pickleball is taking you away from Monday Pauper. Yeah, I know. Spite plays MTG. Yep. If it picks up another day, I can probably make it. But right now, I lean on the fitness angle a lot more. I have to say, I never would have thought a game, especially a physical game, could take the place of Pauper for me. But if there's anything that gets close, it's pickleball. It's like if you played Magic and you lost weight and you felt great afterwards, sort of thing. No, I'm not teaching pickleball. I mean, I could teach beginners or maybe intermediate, but I wouldn't even want to do that. I feel like a hypocrite. It's very addictive. It's the ultimate couple sport. It'll either bring you closer together or break you apart. That's what Andre Agassi said. I was cracking up when I heard that. All right, we're going to bring out the Stomper here. Bloop. Do the thing. Oops, not that. Oh, everything's looking and feeling really good right now. I mean, even like right now, like a Tithing Blade, it's almost a wasted turn. If they go crazy on the Tithing Blade, it works. But what was really cool with, just to finish up the pickleball stuff, we worked on these slams and certain specialty moves, and God, they came into play so many times in the match, and I was just like, yes, it was pretty sweet. All right, so we're 1-1. We're just going to jump right on to game 3. Jeez, that was fast. But yeah, it's very, very, very addictive. But yeah, when your wife and I, she likes UFC, we're just like a perfect match that way. But yeah, we play just all the time. In fact, we're going to probably play later this afternoon. She's actually at a class right now, and then in the morning, we play for most of the whole morning. And then you're just so spent, and you hit that shower, and then you feel like it's deserved to just sit on your ass the rest of the day, and you're just wiped out. We'll keep this. Hands are getting good. Yeah, my son was saying the Pauper scene here at Collector Legion's getting about 9 to 10, which is nice. I'll make it one of these times. I just there's so many times we showed up and there was just me and my son and like 2 other people, and it was like, you know, I got to get up pretty early in the morning, and playing till 10 at night's not, I don't know. It's just obviously like Friday nights would be the best, because then I could. Wait, do I play pickleball on Friday nights? I might start. Oh, look at this. Looks like we're up against a similar build here, if not the exact same build. Oh, they're running a Wellspring engine, so we'll get rid of these. So they got a Chrysalis in hand. Okay. Here we are. We've got that in play. This might make the difference here, bringing out an engine early on. Bring out that Gatekeeper, and then it's just going to be game on. The Brood Scale. Trying to get this Store Legion bot to have Pauper on Wednesday or Friday. That'd be cool to know. Spite plays MTG. Yeah. Now, I know Jeremy gave me the list for this, but it wasn't him that came up with it. It was just on there, so I don't know who to really credit, but we're playing it as is. All right, we got a blocker out. It'll probably get bolted, which is fine. We got another Gatekeeper right behind it. Going to have our Sprout Swarm engine online really quickly here. Yeah, I thought Jeremy told me it was somebody else. The original email was that it was somebody's brew, check this out sort of thing. But I heard it from him. So for right now, that's who I guess gets pseudo credit. Masking Brood Scale. Why aren't we playing this? Let's see. Whenever one or more counters put on it, you may create a... Oh, all right. That's pretty cool. I really want to block this. I don't. Oh, Philly Maze, do you play at Legion? I think. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. That's just an embarrassment of riches here. My goodness. Do we Tremors? No. I think I'm going to Gatekeep again. Let's do this. And this is going to get ugly quick. I'll take some damage, but it'll be all right. Oh, bring up that card, Dreamer Stingo, if you would. The Ophi. If I remember right, though, you have to wait a whole turn for it to do its ability. It doesn't like have the auto ability. Dismissal. Paley Maze in the house. All right, let's do this here. And we will not do anything. You know, it's a lightning bolt and a blocker if we cast the Sprout Swarm right now. I think I'd rather wait, though, to get the engine going full blast here. We'll just take a whole bunch of damage here. Hopefully we're alive. Spent yesterday a lot of making new card frames that I sit inside of. It's been quite a bit of time. I had a bunch to choose from. I just... oh, that's nice. They didn't attack. Cool. Oh, wait. It's because it wasn't their turn. But over the years, like, I'll find little imperfections and I just throw it out. So I'm just making some new ones here and there. Yeah, you think LA would have a really bustling scene, but not so much. We're going to let this through. It's going to hurt. It's neat when you have multiple Writhing Chrysalis out, how you can just get everything going in action. All right. Oh, we can't develop too much on the board, can we? All right. See if we cycle the Ent, get a forest. Get our mana right. Actually, let's get a mountain. Now let's get a forest. Play the forest. Do the thing. See if this goes down. I don't think they have enough to even sacrifice, do they? Woo! This is fun. I've been thinking of brown Ophi, which does take a turn to come in and play online. Oh, all right. Good to know. And just like that, we're in it. Yeah, the redundancy of the Molten Gatekeeper and Impact Tremors is what really made me kind of like start salivating on the list. I was like, oh, that looks pretty tasty. We'll come on over for 4. I just wish that these devoid creatures sometimes were green so that we could Sprout Swarm. That'd be pretty sweet. All right. I wish this worked on all of these, but it says, isn't it on creature you control? It's strange that they have a sack artifact ability here. When I like glimpse the impossible here, we'll drop another Tremor, start swarming. Should be all right outside of a lot of artifacts here. And, well, that kind of sucks a little bit. They want to start sacrificing stuff for that. I don't really mind. All right, let's see where we're at here. And if we get to game 5 way too fast, we'll play a game 6 because that first Blitz match was pretty rough. Typical. You bring paper, you show up to a metagame with just scissors, right? We've all been there. Alrighty, let's do the thing. We will sacrifice this. I don't see another artifact. Alrighty, well that guy's gonna go bye-bye. We'll do this. Get a little Chrysalis action going on. Since it's gonna die anyway, we'll do this. Everything's taken 1. Can at least block here. That would be a trade. We go to 5. Good Tremor. do 8. Not too worried here. The crackback's going to kill him here, so. Yeah, I really like Philly Maze. I really do like the okay, this looks like a cutesy card. I really do like the Swarm dude, but in reality, I'm just like, in the games, sometimes when it's out, I'm like, either it eats a bolt, saves you 3 life, or it really starts gaining a lot of life. Okay. So they're going to do 9. Oh, they're not. Well, that's a losing proposition then. Hiya! Yeah, we're going to flash this back, drop a Tremors, start swarming, and we just win there. So, oh, where'd my pin go? There it is. Mirror, I'll call it for that. All right, let's jump right in here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And hopefully we can see what we can see. So thank you, Philly Maze. Yeah, it's very rare that you can make a deck with that many new cards and it's relevant. So at first I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's a lot of new cards. And then I played it and I was like, wow, that's quite a deck. Okay, we do have the Ent, which will save us from this hand. We will keep here. You know, I think it might be best to just drop the Swarmkeeper here and go a little bit aggro, because if we do have to go the Generous Ent plan and we don't top deck a land, we just cycle anyway and we drop it that turn anyway, and we'll have a 1/1 body to prove for it. So let's bring this out here. Bloop. I don't know, what did this chat say? Cloakwood Swarmkeeper or Essence Warden? Or maybe 2 and 2. I'm a purist. I kind of like to go all in on that stuff. Bum, bum, bum. We've got such an active chat today. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. Just at propaganda me so I see that little bold ink show up. Uh-oh. Some sort of Urza trap. Oh, wow. Got lucky here, didn't we? Yeah. Let me do this. Let me bring out Invader. For maximum tempo, I'm going to sacrifice this, the thing. Sacrifice this. We'll go get a... What shall we get? Probably a mountain. I could grab that, but... Oh, wait, we can't. We've got to go this route. So we'll go forest. We're guaranteed to hit that next turn. And we represent a fire blast each turn in green. That's nothing to sneeze at, especially with the Chrysalis right behind it. So we'll probably drop Gatekeeper, and then hopefully we've got an answer for... Yeah, there are turns by there. I'm sure you've seen that too, Philly Maze, where you've got a 5/5 Cloakwood like immediately. So it's hard to argue with that. Maybe, and you don't want too many tricks. You know, it does have quite a bit of hidden draw in it with Glimpse the Impossible and such. But all right, here we go. We just really want to top deck. A mountain would be optimal here. It would just be kind of like game over. It's pretty early to say that. Pretty arrogant. Sorry about that. It's neat how resilient this list is, though. I mean, you really need 1-for-1 removal. Edicts don't work, and sweepers, you could argue like a breath weapon right here is pretty good, but the majority of the time it isn't. A lot of 3-body toughness here, so I was thinking maybe a Tranquility effect, maybe even Tranquility on the sideboard, one of. I mean, when you add up all the Ancient Grudges, that's 8 abilities to do that with. So maybe cutting one of those. These are just complete random spewings of the mind. Like I've literally played this like 5 times before the show. Say pickleball's really hurting my pauper output this last 2 weeks. And it's not, I just get home and I'm so exhausted that even the mental effort of playing this, because there's so much to think about at the intermediate or advanced levels of pickleball. There's so much theory and it's in real time and your mind's going a mile a minute. It's like if you jump in place, it's not that hard of a workout. But if you add a jump rope, that thread of the rope hitting your feet and stuff, it's kind of your heart rate gets going so much more greater that way. It's weird how that all works out. All right, well, we're just going to keep investing here. I wish this added to the cloak work, but it's only only when it's a token creature. And we got quite a few creatures here. We drop that Writhing Chrysalis. It's going to be good games. They're at 7 already. Man, how powerful would these guys be if it said any person playing a creature does 1 damage? That'd be sweet. I always forget that this is an artifact creature. I've had it waxed away from me a few times. Dust to Dusted. Thanks for joining me, everybody. You're on Propaganda. Saturdays as usual. Maybe miss. Woohoo! This is a good hand. Let's drop it. Pre-combat, because we've got this Swarmkeeper. So here's an example where this is way better than Essence Warden because we're the aggro, which we usually are, which is probably why you might want to give it the nod over Essence Warden, but that first game sure made us hesitate, didn't it? Ding, ding, ding. Bum, bum, bum. Well, if they have a, what do you call, Moment's Peace style thing here, that's probably what we're walking into, I'd imagine. What is this new devilry? The engine is out of hand. Yeah, see, we're going to win back Little Fight with all these cool new cards. Oh, no, Weather the Storm. Whether you like it or not, it's a good card. I love decks that don't care about... yeah, we can cast Writhing Chrysalis thanks to the spawn token next turn, so we're in good shape, even if we don't hit a land. But I love decks that can get around Weather the Storm or have the potential to just have that steady math keep happening. That's why if like I was stuck in some alternate universe and I had to pick one lane to stay in, like you had to be like kind of a kung fu master, right? You Junkin style or Swan style. I'd probably pick Infect style because it just breaks so many rules. So many decks are geared towards, you know, lifing you out or just that attrition war, and it's like, good luck. I think the ultimate Infect list is probably like 4 or 5 expansions away where you just enough creatures and just enough proliferate to where it's just unavoidable. But by then they're probably going to have a spell that just says, you know, remove X counters from you, whatnot. Alrighty, I think we're going to bring in all the grudges here. I'm a fan of losing one of these. I'll probably lose a Tremor here. I like this aggro early. We could probably lose 2 bolts. I don't really have too many targets to hit with that. I want to stay creature dense here. And we've got this the full fledge here, so we can keep them off mana in theory. I'll go from that route. These are probably pretty safe. Oh, I love this card. So again, when you're playing this card, if Chimpskey, could you bring up the little cheat sheet that Jeremy sent us via email? Hopefully the creator agrees. But it's a really good point. Unless you're up against an Edict style effect, but you usually want to use your Eldrazi tokens to fuel this 2 up here so that for obvious reasons you can actually play the cards with your mana available. There it is. Thank you, Chimpskey. That's a direct copy paste courtesy of Jeremy this morning, giving me a nice little heads up on how to play. We've got so many lists. I've got a version of Brute Squad that's obviously leaning into black and you know, the refurbished familiar. I was thinking of making a refurbished commercial, fake, you know, one of our MTG commercials about like some sort of warehouse where you bring all your refurbished artifacts and furniture together. So I'm slowly coming up with that idea. Wow, we just kind of have everything, don't we? Yep, we'll keep this. This is ridiculous. Guess we'll just play honest magic here, cycle into a forest and keep moving. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, Philly Maze, it's pretty rare that I'll take a list and just play it as is. I try to do that, but usually if there's some glaring problem with it, then sometimes I'll make them think that we're limping on mana here. Technically should do this end of turn. We're not playing for cash. I'm playing to entertain and to keep talking, so I'm cycling now. I love Trespasser's Curse. Oh, did you? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a Tranquility effect against like Hexproof or Heroic or just one. Ability to find it. There's probably that's a bummer. I don't even know if we should count that. I think they know what we're up against here. Alrighty, there'll be a Tron. Already 5. We'll play at least 6 here because we've had some pretty fast games here. We're not even at an hour and we're on game 5 technically. Hopefully people don't think we're on the land destruction, which you could easily go that route, you know. That might be a neat, interesting sideboard too, depending on... oh, this is the guy that quit on us earlier, remember? See if they quit again. If so, I'm going to have to block them. Yeah, Therbin Charm I've been seeing a lot of. That's a really flexible card. Well, we've got all green. I'm going to keep this. We've got an early creature. We could draw on a red. We'll be fine. We're going to keep. We're on the draw anyway, and we've got... Rumble can find the mountain, most likely, or an Ent or something that can go get it. So we'll go like that. Oh, look at this. They didn't quit already. Oh, are they on that? I'd really like to have a mountain top deck here so we can just zap that. Nope, not in the cards. Bloop. Oh, well. It's a Thermokarst sort of thing going on. I believe this was the quitter in the first round. I might be wrong. Flexible little card, that's for sure. All right, here comes an Acid Moss probably. They choose red. Yep. The Sprawl. It's going to get ugly quick. What's the damage? Oh, this is different. Didn't expect to see that. Interesting. Okay. All right, another bolt. Oh, drop the Nest Invader. I'd rather just have a blocker here. Technically a colorless mana. I can Rumble next turn. Probably Forest, Eldrazi, Rumble, looking for a mountain. And we can start waxing some of these dudes. Feels like we're a little too far behind already, though. I mean, a double Utopia with double Elf. This is, when I'm playing this list, this is when I draw another Elf or another Utopia Sprawl, and it's like, wah, wah, wah. Maybe that's what happened. Yep. Yeah, beetles are very good in this metagame right now. Which is why we're going to maybe wax the plan of zapping that. Let me Rumble right now. I know I was going to sacrifice this, but that's a good point that'll get that shit. I guess we'll grab this dude. Bring this out. We'll drop this dude here. Pass the turn. Hopefully we draw into a... don't want to let that beetle get big just because. Probably should have attacked there. Yeah, to either Jeremy or I forget how to pronounce the other, the creator of the list, why you didn't include Basking Brood Scale. I kind of like the decision, but I just was wondering what the parameters were that made you not want to do that. I don't think it needs it either. Speak of the devil. If the creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Woo! There's a combo. They're going to be able to kill it. Is this the combo we were talking about? Whenever a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Yep. That's pretty mean. Is there a way to make that sacrifice? Okay. Oh, really? I might have to sell Glee then. Yeah, this is that combo everybody was anxious about. Just get like this infinite token going. Are they fling it at me? That's what I'm assuming is going to happen here. I'll just let this do the thing here for people that are... When this card first broke, this was the combo everybody was talking about. Nice to see it work. Imagine that one card in their hand has to be fling here. Otherwise, we just block with Eldrazi all day long until they the right hand to really make this pay off. We have a lot of blockers potentially, but this is every turn this is going to be coming at us like this. So hopefully it's not some Karavik's Torch or something of that effect. They definitely have the mana for it. But we're going to let this pay off just because it's a new combo, and somebody watching this for the first time might not be too aware of this combo with Sadistic Glee. Oops, can't hold that there. Yeah, Essence Harvest would be pretty sweet. They haven't really had a way to draw cards, though. So, and I guess, you know, when you are looking for a combo this tight, you're going to have to wax the land destruction out of your list so that you can hit that consistency. There's a lot of ways to do this. Fling is a pretty safe option. Or all your creatures get trample. I think there's a red cantrip that does that. Am I making that up? I know the red blitz lists used to run that. Well, they've only got the one card, so we'll see what's going on here. Sure is neat to see Gruul have an option other than like my tempo list and stuff. Yep, there it is. They had one card and they had it. That's pretty sweet. We lose that one. Boop. Bam. That'd be a lot of damage. What do you say for the sideboard, everyone? Didn't see too many artifacts, did we? That's not going to do too much. Do we just run it back? Yeah, the Dark Shell Crawler. We were running that in our Proliferate engine a couple weeks back, remember? I'll be honest. Not to be dishonest. 1/1 combo pieces. I guess we try to have some semblance of removal here. Let's bring out these two for 2 Horrific Assaults just for early removal for the 1/1s. Yeah, let's bring in all 4. What are we going to lose here? Maybe 1 Repurposer, 1 Rumble. Let's rock. Yeah, Hydroblasted and Dispel is a big thing. Yeah, I won't play first. Come on, list. Mulligan. I really like the land count at 18 here. Oh, geez. All right. Twitch math has caught up with this list, and it does not want it to win this round. So we will mulligan again. Let me double check. Make sure there's no Ents and such. Good grief. Well, we can get really lucky. We'll keep. This is going to be too far away, done. Hopefully we just drop right into a mountain. Very typical of streaming. You know, you go up against a list where you need all the help you can, and you walk into a double mulligan. Philly Maze, no, I think it's just right, especially with the 3 searchability effects. Feels pretty good. I've always wondered if it should have one more mountain. I was thinking the Ash Barrens outside of the ability to go fetch the dual land, but I do like that, how that works out. Help me out here, Liz. Come on. Can't we just top deck something good? I'm going to attack right into this. I think it's worth it at this stage. And we're dead. About time we lose. We only lost the first round against Blitz, which is, I would probably give like a 70% advantage against a list like this. Unless you have Lightning Bolt early and often, like 2 or 3 of them, you're probably not going to be able to pull out of that. It's another reason why I was thinking like maybe a Pulse of Marasa to be able to get back a lot of the combo pieces. Might be a nice way to just really splash in some life here. I'm going to give this one more draw and then we're going to quit. I don't want the mojo to be ruined here. We'll play another thing after this. Actually, I'll roll the commercial, get some more coffee. We'll come back and we'll do the thing. Hey, Philly Maze, how did you do in the tournament? I remember Jeremy saying that you brought it, but I didn't hear any record. So who knows? This Chrysalis is here to stay. Well, I did not see that coming. Again, like I said at the top of the show, something that costs 4 mana, I'm like, oh, that's neat. Even if it said win game, I'm like, that's almost unplayable in Pauper. That's too. I'm bringing this list on Monday. I'm trying to keep it low. But how did you do the first time you had it out? All right. Again, it's just something we don't need here. All right. We're walking away here. All right. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're going to visit Conan O'Brien with some superheroes, courtesy of the old Conan O'Brien late night show. And I'm going to grab some coffee and a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
First up, from Bogota, Colombia. He fights crime all day and all night and somehow never gets tired. It's Captain South America. Give him a hand. Up next, he's an incredibly even-tempered guy who flies into fits of rage whenever he's assembling IKEA furniture. It's the Swedish Hulk.
Hulk smashing!
Our next superhero is from the Middle East, and her power is her incredible amount of freedom in a very closed society. She has the ability to drive a car all by herself without a male chaperone. It's the Saudi Black Widow. Look at that. She's got a valid driver's license. That's hard to do.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
And we're back. All right. Get my coffee in the right spot. Say yes to this. Bladder is set. We have got a great hand we're going to keep here. Woo! Good times. Here we go. Let's lead off with a mountain just to put fear. Maybe they have a creature they care about. We don't know what we're up against, so I'm going to lean on mountain. Oh, Philly Mays. Okay, yeah. I thought somebody else was taking credit for being Jeremy. And your first email said this list, it was like in a, what do you call, not pointing the assumption at you. It was like this list was at there and check it out sort of thing. So I just assumed it wasn't you the way it was worded. Trim the Eldrazi down to 2 Impact Tremors. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I love seeing Impact Tremors early and often. Bum, bum, bum. Looting here. Got a bunch of familiars headed our way. Sneaky Snacker. Check this card out. Little fight. Woo! Whole lot of good times going on. Feels like we might want some sweepers in this, like a in the festivities sort of thing, or bet there's better options. Okay. I guess we'll bring out Repurposer, or we can, yeah, let's do that. Let's bring out Repurposer. Boop. Lightning Bolt a turn. Yeah, it's true, German Stengo. Very well said. Pretty crazy. The metagame's all over the place, I tell ya. Yes, it always feels like it needs one more mountain. So often. Okay, here comes Snackers, but they can't block. God, look at this turn. 1 Faithless Looting equals 3 creatures and a lightning bolt to the face. Down comes the Imp. Is he going to take out the Repurposer? All right, he's dead. Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. We can glimpse the impossible. That'll be pretty sweet. Can always cast the other thing behind it. All right, cool. Hopefully just a mountain here. No. Well, that's 6 damage coming at us. That's impossible here. Sack, sack. All right, rumble, rumble, rumble. That's unfortunate. We'll do this thing. We're going to get 2 Eldrazi out of the deal here. And we can glimpse the impossible again next turn, which is going to be 2 more damage at the end of the turn. Glimpse the impossible showing up. Bloop, 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 bloop. All of a sudden, look at this. Love it. As we just saw, tip number 2 come into play outside of an edict effect, but you always get your spawn tokens back so quickly. They're not out of the woods here at all. They've got a lot of direct damage, and yeah, Rakdos Burn has gotten really strong with the Sneaky Snacker. You don't need blue. I love decks like that. Just like ignore the color and just play the card. Uh-oh. We don't like life gain. Have they run out of cards, or are they getting rid of... Uh-oh. Nope. Normally we could pay for that. I don't think we're going to win this one. We'll put this is 6. Nice to see this in play, though. Oh, boy. I think we need to glimpse. Do we even have... Well, we could get the reach card. That's true. Let's do that. Let's play glimpse here. Come on, Writhing Chrysalis. There we go. Might as well play this from here. 1, 2, 3. I think I'll do this for the Chrysalis. Always yield. We're going to get another one out of the deal. Let's make sure I did the thing right. Well, or we could do that. Yeah, let's do this to here. Play this. Get another Eldrazi. Do some more damage. Here we go. There's another. 2 more there. We've got a blocker. We're going to get this out of the deal, and we can Sprout Swarm still. Let's get in some damage. Well, we'll do it this turn. After we block. It's pretty unlikely we're going to live here. They have 4 cards. They've got 2 Faithless Lootings in the yard. So let's not... definitely want to block the other one here. Block here. Let's do the buyback here. Tap. Green. Pay. 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 We might be able to kill him here. Not with 1 Impact Tremors. I misspoke. For some reason, I thought we had the Molten dude out. I mean, we could do it again. There's just no need to. We're probably dead here. We're at 2 life. They've got to have just nothing in their hand right now. And again, these are tapped, but you can sacrifice them to pay for the Sprout Swarm. Let's say we had 2 of these out and we could kill them with Sprout Swarm damage. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Hey, man, it happens. Bonk. Dead meat. We're going to need to bring in some life gain here. Some graveyard hate. Alrighty, let's do that. I think I'm going to bring in these 4. This is when you can really overboard here. I think this is going to be big time payoff. I really want these too, man. I think I'm going to leave their artifacts alone. Yeah, I like Assault. I really like Assault. We'll get rid of a Glimpse. Let's get rid of 2 Swarms. I've got to make some room here. 1 Rumble. I want to keep these. 1 Chrysalis. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. 1 Invader. 1 more Rumble. Let's rock. That was fast. Yeah, like Rakdos Burn needed to get... It definitely feels like it moved about 0.2 tiers, doesn't it, with the Sneaky Snacker? This is really good. Keep. We've got early hate, and we don't even need to use our mana for the thing. Woo. I'm just going to power this out immediately. turn off the shenanigans. So yeah, if you want to sleuth the internet for Etsy or such, try to find the Prodigal Sorcerer's hat in real life, the closest thing that looks like it, color and theme and everything. If you zoom in on it, I put a pretty high-res picture on our community tab. I'd appreciate it. A lot of good times to be had there. Let's, I'm going to go get a mountain immediately. And we'll do the thing with the Ent as well. Because I want to have that as an option for when people turn in their points and I don't have to look like a Billy Idol reject. Or worse with the other one, right? Okay, let's do the thing here. We'll cycle here. Hopefully they have a, what do you call, exhume. We can have some fun with that scenario. All right, I'm going to always lean on mountains because they're scarier. Let's bring out the Gatekeeper. Pass the turn. Now we just need a theme to show up. Did we just draw a land after we cycled for 2 lands? That's really frustrating. Okay, he's dead. Nope. We can usually pay for that. Maybe we'll do this now and then they'll forget to attack. It's always an option. At least online, not in real life. Yeah, hopefully Legion in Lawndale, California is able to change their... Or at least maybe make another night available. Monday nights, it's like week's just getting started. People are doing the thing, you know. Bring this out. Drop this. Go like this. Chill out. We really need to find a Chrysalis now. Helps that our opponent's really stuck on... What's frustrating about these builds, though, is like there's a reason they kept a 1-land hand. This must be just an amazing sequence. Or if somebody's heck if there's too many good J names. I don't know if it was Jeremy or Jacob, the one that I met up in Seattle with the super creative wife. But if anybody out there has a wife, or maybe it's you, I don't mean to sound chauvinistic. If you're of the sewing persuasion and feel like making one of those hats, maybe my wife can do it. I don't know. I want to get it just right. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this is weird. I can bring out the Gatekeeper. If you control Eldrazi only, you gain the life. Did we play a land? We did not. I hate to do this now, but we just want to gain on tempo here. There we go. Oh, I really want this, but we can't do it. We'll bring on the Eldrazi here. At least this way we get double trigger and we can Horrific Assault and gain 3 life back. Horrific Assault's really feeling good out of the sideboard. It's a neat card. Here comes 2 more damage. This is just obscene when this drawback happens with Glimpse the Impossible. Look at that. Boom! Shock! And we've got 3 mana available. Oh, I know about the Unearth. Believe me, I love Unearth. Love it, love it. I just want to wait for a little bit more payoff. I draw one of the... Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This list is very formidable. They're just really stuck right now. This is going to help a lot. Thanks to the Eldrazi, we can trip these if we want to. Value. And I will forget, Philly Mays, that you are Jeremy. There's just too many names to keep in mind. We got real names, we got Twitch names, we got Magic Online names, and then there's so many of you and such. So, whew, ambulance in the house. All right, we'll do this. Demand answers. Cool. Love Relic. You don't need to tap it for that second ability, so if you get into a pinch, you can just do that. Come on, Chrysalis. Nope. Alrighty. I'll do this. I think I'm going to slow roll that sneaky snacker play. We'll just do this. I'll probably get rid of the Faithless Looting, I'd imagine. Right? Yeah. That's a sorcery. I want to save that for maybe the snacker. Got double Gatekeeper in the yard. Overheated pickleball player. That's very true. Yeah, Sprout Swarm would sure shine here. I don't want to use that yet. We're at 16. We're feeling pretty good. Let's attack. If they want to double block. That's great. Did I play a land this turn? I did not. Wow. Forgot that, huh? All right. Let's remember we got double Gatekeeper in the yard. Might be relevant, especially if we draw the 3/3 dude that makes dudes. Or another Nest Invader. Probably be worth it. All right. Cool. Going on to game 2. This is the first game, or game 3 that we're playing. I'm going to favor the Chrysalis, even though it's 4, because of the reach ability on this. I think we're all right. I think where we're at with these other things. Yeah, I think this feels pretty good. Swarmkeeper? Maybe 1 for 1. We'll keep our things going here. Let's try this. We'll keep in 2 Swarmkeepers. Good to have the... So how did you do in the tournament? I don't know if I ever got an answer there, Philly Mays, as far as like when you played this at the Legion. I've been really liking it. But I think if the very first thing I would do is I'd probably go down to 2 Sprout Swarm. But maybe Essence Warden in the sideboard. I'm not sure. Again, like I said, they can always have Lightning Bolt, but again, that's 3 damage you just saved. And we're just over an hour and 15 minutes. Usually we're like in the second match. This is the 6th match, not counting the quitters we had early. We lost to Blitz, and then we beat Orzhov, the Mirror, Tron. We lost to Golgari, and now we're playing against Rakdos Burn. We'll see how we can go. We kind of need an Ent effect here. Against this list, I am not keeping this. We're going to mulligan this. If we had any sort of that shenanigans gone, this is pretty damn good. We're going to keep this. Do I get rid of a forest? That's chant. I've got removal. I'm going to get rid of a forest. I might really regret this, but we are on the draw. Got an invader token. Feeling good. Littlefight's probably looking at this card too like, what? Land does damage now? It does. Yeah, Chimpskey, maybe. Heck, he could probably make AI sew something together and send it to us for now. All right, cool. Well, this got really good really fast. We'll just bring this out. Auto hate. Of course, they could have, kill that artifact and then we'd get nothing out of the deal, but I'd rather just do that instead of getting a duress. Duress is a miss. Highway robbery in the exiled zone for freebies. We'll do this. Feeling pretty good. Really like the Eldrazi sack effect with the relic. That's pretty nice. Might be interesting to keep the mana where it's at, lose Lightning Bolt, and bring in Horrific Assault main for a little bit of life gain main. It's not like we're ever shy of Eldrazi's. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not saying that's a good idea or not. But it's fascinating to see a good Gruul list. Always been a fan of that. It's probably the one color combo that just so far hasn't worked out, but it's so devoid is such a thing with prismatic strands, man. It's just like, what? What are you going to do? They come out with a devoid infect creature. I'm going to be in love. Woo! Let's do the thing immediately. Blop. Crunch. Bam. Now this is the time when we probably will do the Chrysalis deal and just start hitting it, making it a 5. Because again, that isn't for the turn, people. These are counters. And if we have both of them out and we sacrifice, they both get the one sacrifice effect hits both. That is a nice little surprise. Chrysalis is common. Ruker Kdag. Good to have you with us. I don't think I've said your name out loud before, but thank you for joining us. Woo! Philly Mays, a.k.a. Jared from the Lawndale store. If y'all want to, in this Southern California area on Monday nights at Legion, Pauper or Collector Legion in Lawndale, California. It's where a lot of these decks derive. And about 1 in 8 times I will do it, and sometimes they make this mistake and it cracks me up. Bloop. The rest, the lightning bolt. Them be counters, sucker. Woo! And it has reach. Card is so under the radars. Crazy. Just crazy. List. Coming right up. Doomsk. Got an interactive list you can just download and do all kinds of good stuff with. We'll do the thing here. Make them do that. We could trip it right now, but that's silly. Yeah, so we like the goldfish list there. You could download it. You can do test draws. All right, this just keeps getting better and better. 1, 2, 3. I think I want to do this just so I can go crazy Chrysalis here. We'll do this here. Attack. Boom, boom, boom. Since there's no triggers here, I think I want to sacrifice at least one of these here. See how it gets double goodness. Both of them get the goods. Yeah, we'll keep it at that. I don't want to lose all of our tokens here. Okay. Feels like we got this one, but boy, they can just win out of nowhere, this list. Oh, fan art license. Nice. Yeah, I could see if Magic was new, that might be popular, but it would only appeal to really, really old schoolers. Arms of the Vein, going to keep them alive. It's not... Unless somebody came out with some amazing, like, what do you call 3-format awesome list that used Tim, which is very unlikely. It's just for the nostalgia's sake. Of course, I'll have to change the name of Wild Growth. The only reason that kind of makes sense is because, you know, I'm growing all this wild hair, right? All right. Well, now they're back at 17, which will be remedied quickly once we Horrific Assault that Epicure. I might just wax everything here. Go for broke. Demand answers. Okay. And another vampire. Alrighty. We're just going to mop the room up here. I do believe. We need that life. Yeah, I'm really considering using the Lightning Bolt and the Horrific Assault just to clear the path here so we can just get in for maximum damage. We'll be at 14, which isn't that great. Demand answer, says Jaredgel, also known as, I want to speak to the manager. Sure. While we have an Eldrazi, let's do the Horrific Plan. Hey, that's cool. Let's do the thing here. Choose target creep. Oh, duh. I'll do this to this. Gain 3 life. Let's sacrifice this. We'll trip this. Get rid of all graveyards. Cool. Oh, this got really good really quick, didn't it? We'll do this to this. Gain 3 more life. I'll play a relic. I'll do the thing. Make you lose a graveyard. We'll bolt you. Then we'll walk over for a whole lot. One away. Crunch. Woo. Yep. Oh, weird that they played that. You think they would do the blood token, even with the Carnarium in hand. Really needed Alms to the Vein and a whole lot of them here. Feels like we're winning this one. I think I'll play a game 7. This is just too fast of a show. The deck seems to lose to itself. It's in really good company. It loses to itself and nut draws from the opponent, which is, you know, every deck in history, even the best ones. So I think you're really onto something here, Philly Mays. All right, this will be the last one. Let's see what we do here, because this is 7 games now. We've just been very fast, but it's been a very fun show. I really like this last. So yeah, Tesla Mob Justice is interesting, but we're not really trying to go wide on purpose. It's actually more of a tall deck, and using the triggers to power out the Eldrazi's and sacrifice them quickly. Yeah, definitely a little bit of refinement. Shid 3, one of my favorite brewers. I promise you this will be an interesting list he's playing. We have the Oliphaunt. It's pretty slow, but we'll get there. We'll keep. I'm going to just go get the forest land and hope for the best. Bam, boom, ping, pow. Mountain cycling. For the 1 cheat code, here we go. Let's just top deck a forest, please. I don't know why we would need Fling. Just sit in your hand the whole time unless you have the optimal scenario of a really big creature. And in that case, you're winning already. I don't like the Fling plan. I would err on looking for red. You know, I was thinking Claws of Wirewood might be good, like 2 of them in the sideboard. Does 3 damage and it waxes all. Oh boy, we just got really lucky, didn't we? Bring out the Tremors. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, Yargle. That does feel like it kind of needs some sort of evasion. You know, a simple Rancor might work. Especially when you get like a 7-8, whatever you call it. All right, let's do something we don't really care about. If they want to counter it or do stuff to it, that's cool. Bloop. Hey, it's a free shock, everybody. We paid our dues. It's not free. Boom, 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 boom. Ridgeline. All of a sudden, it's working. Yeah, I could safely say for about the next 6 weeks, we're going to have some pretty interesting decks here because of just that ridiculous amount of... Oh, is this a Gary list? This will be interesting. Okay. I just wish that went away, like Journey to Nowhere. I hate looking at this little ghosted thing. It's just such a waste of real estate. Y'all know me. Oh, let me see. What shall we do? We could do that into the Rumble. That would give us 3. We're probably looking at Edicts, so I'm just going to play this out. Keep our Edict proof ability here. I love playing Claws of Wirewood against like Orzhov lists, and they got like 2 Glint Hawks and 3 Skyfishers out, and you're like, bam, everything's dead. Okay, why are they hoarding cards? They have some sort of discard ability. I haven't seen a mist form used in very long. Obulete, very good against Unearth. No lies here. Okay, I haven't seen any Edict effects. Don't think they're going to just walk into one either, so here we go. Let's do the Rumble plan, Eldrazi Repurposer. That's pretty good right about now. Let's do that. Okay. Do this, and this. Pay 1. Yep, there it is. I don't know how many more Obuletes they can have, but this, if they drop a Gary next turn, that's going to be pretty scary. But our 3/3 will be able to just block it all day long. Got him at 14 and we haven't attacked. That feels pretty funny. Yeah, that familiar is here to stay, boy. What a neat design card, you know. I've always been critical of discard because, you know, its ability to... I think I have the window open. That's why it's so loud in here. Apologies for that. This is the same room I edit for my living in. But it's really neat because if discard misses, you just draw a card. It's a really neat design. Boy, do they have devotion. 2, 4. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. All right, I haven't seen this expedition in quite a while. Let's see. Return 2 creature cards from the graveyard to your hand. Strix. Woo. I forgot we're playing against Chid. This is some sort of Demir. Gyard. Definitely some graveyard shenanigans going on. When it enters the battlefield, lose 2, gain 2. All right, cool. Something good, please. Let me rumble immediately here. There we go. Gatekeeper is even better. I go with Gatekeeper. Okay. All right. Play the land. Play the Gatekeeper. Here we go. Play the Nest Invader. Come on. Let's go. Yield to this. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do some more things. Go here. Sacrifice here. Or pop it off. Woo! Do the thing. Do the thing. Pop, 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 pop. And just like that, Gary's going to show up, though, and ruin our plans. I swear that Strix had a death touch. I'm wrong. Okay. Looks like we got a lot of creatures, but it's actually only 5. Is Gary going to enter the building? There comes that. There we go. Thoughtcast showing up. Good times. 5 mana available. And if you haven't done so already, please head on over to youtube.com/PauperGanda. Give us a like and all that stuff. Subscribe, whatever fits your fancy. We'll bring these out. I really like these in this scenario. We want to get tricky. We've seen quite a bit of graveyard here. So a little bit of blue. I'm not too worried about that. I did see quite a bit of artifacts. I think I'll bring in 3 of these. And let's take out 1 glimpse. Let's try that. There's another W. Woo, this is a fast list. All kinds of hate. I'm going to keep this. We've got so much stuff to do before we get to the 4th spot. And we are running more forest than anything, so err on the side of that. Let's go from that. We'll just drop the relic and turn off the stairwell plan. Boink. Here we are. Yeah, it's a good times. Yeah, there's definitely resilience. I wish we had another reach creature. Don't know. I wouldn't want to sacrifice anything for it, but alrighty. Let's do the thing here. Might as well blow that up. Eat some yard. It's probably not the best play given that they're running a landfall engine, so they're probably running a bit more land than usual, but you never know. We top deck a forest here. Hey, look at that. It kind of worked out. Now we can do the thing. Almost the thing. Never the thing. Bloop. Double Relic. Impact Tremors. Now, if we draw a forest, I'm going to feel like a god. Just, it's so neat that they built in an organic way around Tithing Blade. It's that not a one-for-one, like, you know, Nest Invader, that's cute. But just so many creatures that do that, and then when they die, it does it. It's just enough. It seems like it's enough gas to really get out of the way. All right, well, at least we've got a play here, guys. See if they got a vendetta. Watch everybody look that up real quick. Molten Gatekeeper, also known as Impact Tremors with teeth. Feels like we got this one in the bag. Don't let this fool you. Chid 3 is an amazing player. He's just having a draw like we did in that very first round against Blitz. Oh, boy. Let's trip this now. Well, God, we lose. Let's be a little more patient. I'll play this out. We'll attack. At the end of their turn, I might consider tripping a relic to get green. I mean, we just win if we drew a forest there. For a lot of reasons, we can just keep them off land, if anything. I also wonder if there's a way to make this a mono-colored land list with that 3 mana or gain 3 life spell, or what do you call Springleaf Drum. All right, let's go find a forest, please. This just feels like 1994, doesn't it, Little Fight? Look at that artwork. All right, we did it. Yay. Now we have nothing else to do. Double check. Oh, yeah, we do. Idiot. Let's do 6 damage out of the blue. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get rid of your graveyard. Oh, what'll do that day? Whoo! It's over, baby. And we're going to do 2 more damage. Once this goes bye-bye, because of this effect, because we couldn't play it, we get an Eldrazi token out of the deal, which triggers twice, so we get a free shock out of that plan. Good times. Yeah, now we don't need to hit our yard. We just win next turn. Almost impossible scenario to get out of this one. Oh, nice, Chimpskey. Alrighty. Well, there you have it. Outside of that first Blitz game, I knew this deck was going to do good because everything I ran it into just has teeth. Or if they got you in trouble, you were able to still claw your way back out of it. Really like Horrific Assault. I think this is right. I think this is right. This feels right. This could probably be cut by 1. These don't really feel all that necessary. I know it's such a pure thing to just always have those available. Yargle once more. All right, we'll play one more. I'm trying to think if we should make some changes to it as we go. We'll play it as is. I'll just jump right on in here. Last game. Okay, this one I promise. This one I really want to play with my white infect list here. And we got a game immediately. All right, we'll say yes. Perfect mana. It's a little crunchy with crunchy with this, but we'll keep. Lead off with the Fear. We'll cycle the Ent. I do believe I'll go get that dual land here. Sometimes people do like a auto include in the sideboard, like, oh, we've got to have this. It's never a bad card, but sometimes it might not be all that necessary. All right. I changed my mind. I'm going to grab a forest. I'm going to curve out here. Bloop. Probably the best top deck we could have got. If we get a mountain here, it's going to be pretty sweet. Oh, these quotes. It's like, I didn't say that. You got to prove it. I got Ancient Stirrings. The cat face. We top deck that 3-mana Eldrazi. That'd be pretty optimal here. Even a Nest Invader draw. We could Sprout Swarm since we have 2. Just to get in some extra damage. Even another Impact Tremors. quite a few options. That's good. Yeah, let's do this. Do the thing. Play this. We've got an instant there, so we'll do that EOT in case they've got some sort of shenanigans of the 1 damage persuasion. Three Sprout Swarm does feel good. If you really try to squeeze all the nectar out of something, it does feel like you almost want to. I'm going to go Ancient Grudge here. I've never played 8 rounds before. This is some sort of Tron, right? Okay, cool. Do that. I'm just going to play this. Cast it. Bloop. Cast it. Let's go. We get bigger. This does the thing. Good times. All right. What's a Sephiroth? Let's see if we can get... Well, we can't get a lightning bolt here, so what am I really after? This is the more probable. Let's rumble here. We're probably looking for a mountain, yeah. I know, it's painful to let this go like that, but we need to hit our stuff. We're going to hit OK. Play some real fair magic here. Getting our mana just right. Always yield. Do the thing. We'll attack here. Bloop. We can swarm in response. We can glimpse in response. All right, next turn we'll do some stuff. Yeah, I already wrote down Relic in this side. Ancient Grudge. I always say grunge. 2, 3, 4. We can pay back the swarm if you look closely. So we could tap the Eldrazi and then sacrifice it. Might be a tough call with Glimpse the Impossible, but who are we kidding? We're going to be playing the Chrysalis next anyway. That Cloakwood Swarmer doing some work early. Let's see what we have here. Uh-oh. Combo alert. It's close. It's very close. Oh, I've done it, Filmy Maze. I did it just last night. Yeah, there's no tap in that. All right, what's happening here? They're doing the thing. If they've got it or not is another thing. All right, I'm going to try to do this now just so I can yield. I'll say buyback. Boom. Boom. Convoke. Convoke. Sacrifice. Oh, you're right. Look at that. All right. I swore that worked. Hoop-doo. I don't plan on doing that anyway, so let's just yield through here and see if we're alive at the end of turn. I swore, what was the combination of that? I would have lost money on that. I remember specifically doing that. Why doesn't that work? Seems like it should work. Like I said, I remember that. Tapping it for Convoke and then sacrificing it for the... If I do it in a different order, does it work? Let me see. If I do this... No. Buyback. Pay 1. Can I sacrifice it for that? Pay? Nope. It's weird how it gives you the trigger like, hey, you can do this. Let's see. We've got that and that. Crunch. They don't even have Tron. Don't need it with the altar. Letting them do their thing because we've got answers and blockers and such. Man, oh man, if this worked like a Trespasser's Curse, that would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Targeting Mox Pearl Jam. Well said. I like to keep people like this honest. Sometimes they just have the trick loop, and it's like, okay, what are you going to do with all that? Of course, with a storm count of 15 plus, it's going to get pretty ugly if they drop a Weather the Storm. Oh, we always like Mind Stab Throw. He was our fan of the year last year. Came out pretty strong. I know, I'm like, okay, where's the payoff? Let's see. There's only so many mechanists you can have. I always say machinist, but it's mechanist. Wife's always getting on me too about Herald versus Herald. I always say Herald. Yeah, I definitely have windows open in here. Sorry for the background music. People coming and going. I just want to see what the payoff is here. They don't have Tron yet. I mean, they've got the Refractor there for some colored mana, but what you going to do? And in this style, I mean, this is so much better than the Prism. That was so stupid. Like, oh, let's ban Prism. Then we'll print Energy Refractor. It's like, way to go. Of course, it was good of them to get rid of the, how was that new, what was the artifact? The Ram. It was a Rakdos artifact, and they just banned it before it even hit play. It's like, that's a pretty good call. Feels like they're going to have Fangren Marauder in this list. Nickelback Golem. Cranial Ram. There you go, Dreamer Stingo. Thank you. Okay. They have exhibited that they have the win there. We'll do this, and maybe we'll lose a game. These will come in. Bloop. The usual suspects will go out. We'll bring in the relics. I don't think we need much of anything else. Lose one here. Lose one here. I kind of like Swarmkeeper, but I think we could lose. Let's lose two. And Repurposer. Let's go. So I think 2 spots could open up in the main board. You could have just the 2 cyclers, one of each, the Oliphaunt and the Ent, and then maybe 1 Sprout Swarm. That would open up 2 spots. Like this a whole lot. Keep. Don't have any sideboard yet, but we might not need it with this hand. Especially if we draw like a forest here. Blame Chronicles. We've seen enough interaction. I want to keep that bolt for some sort of technology as far as keeping stuff off our board. Impact Tremors. Why can't you go both ways? Come on now. 1 more land. We should be in good times. Land. And maybe a try version without any Sprout Swarm. That would open up 5 cards if you did that. All of a sudden you've got... never mind that. Oh boy, what do we do here? And that goes away. Stuff happens. We're going to save this. Tempting, but no. We're just going to let this go down. Get some aggro on the line. Then we can bolt a creature and then start blaming artifacts that matter. Whack! They're hurting for some mana here. Oh, I played a Ent the other night against a flying deck just last night. Got there pretty quickly. Might be the way to rock it. 2 towers. We're not too worried about artifacts here. We're just going to try to get some pressure. Hopefully we just top deck a forest. That'd be optimal. All right. Most likely to hit. Let's bring out a Rumble. Looking for a forest at present being here. Remember, we get an Eldrazi no matter what, which is pretty awesome. That's 2 triggers. A mountain. Yeah. Mountain gets us that. Actually, let's get the Repurposer here. Okay. Do the thing that's 3 damage. the Repurposer next turn. And we'll have the token anyway, so just want to keep our Lightning Bolt option open here. Do all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, the trample ability actually came into play the other night too. Same game. There's so many little options in that. All right. No. Okay, well, let's do the thing. We could do that. No, we couldn't do that. Let's drop that Repurposer into that. I think that's the best option. Let's just play the Chrysalis. Blop. Pay our dues now. Maximum carnage. Gotta be careful of that graveyard. Attack. All right. I'm gonna blitz that energy refractor next turn. Hopefully they don't sneak through a little combo here. Don't have Tron. What is this? Ancient Stirrings? Yeah. Okay. It's funny how... Okay, they've got the tower combo up. Gonna blitz that refractor straight away. Probably the... Okay, that's an artifact creature. We can wax that too. What's the color combo here? Looks like we're going to a game 3 unless they've got some ultra shenanigans happening here. As we play our 8th game in under 2 hours. This is nuts. Okay. Another refractor. I think I'm just going to clear out the creatures. Okay, that sucks. Or do we make them colorless? Make them pay, right? Oh boy. Yeah, we just win if we do this. Okay. Do this. Do this. This goes down. This happens here. We just shoot him in the face. We don't even have to show him our hate. The deck that doesn't need to attack to win. I always like those kind of lists. I don't want to see Sprout Swarm for a long time in this list. Definitely much later. Do I really want an Assault? No. Let's bring back in Glimpse. A Repurposer. Should we get rid of Swarm completely? Let's try this. All right. That's an L followed by a W. Let's see if we can finish it up with a W. And that'll be it, folks. It's we usually go about 2.5, 3 hours, but woo-wee, look at this hand. We don't have any graveyard hate, but we got the early Tremors, which is good enough for me and our lands, right? Yeah, but Swarm with haste. That's kind of what Impact Tremors makes everything feel like. You always hit for 1. Come on. All right, cool. Let's do that. If I see an early Prism, I'm going to favor that over the Impact Tremors, being the Grudge on the side, so that if we top deck a 3rd mana option, we can do the thing. All right, Crumbling Vestige. Oh, if you're going to play this card, play the alternate art. It's so beautiful compared to this trash. All right, we're going to kill that straight out. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. I'll say bye-bye to you. No free spells. Yard is active. Come on, Prism, show up. What do we got here? Blue showing up again. Okay, I'll kill it again. All right. When that dies, stuff happens. Okay, cool. We're not out of the woods yet, folks. Rumble for a forest is probably the call here, and then we can flashback Grudge. Let's try to play correct mana here. Forest, there we go. Hey, somebody knows what they're doing. Probabilities, I love when they work. Boink, boink. Mine shows up. Feels like we're not getting out of this quite yet. Okay. we got here? Let's think this through. Swarmer. Hold on. Swarmer, Tremor, Swarmer. Ooh, there's a lot of options here. Do I just drop the Tremors, pay our dues? Followed by... We play Tremors, Swarmkeeper, go. Or I could Nest Invader here. I'd rather have we'll do the stuff next turn. Dang it. Always yield. All right. A little stultified there, but we'll see if we live here. Oh, I probably should have killed the Foundry, but we can always do that. Probably not the card I want to be going after here. Okay, here we go. There we are. Nice. Woo! Things just got interesting. A Gatekeeper into Nest Invader, I think. Let's do that. Nest Invader. I don't think I want to give them that, well, they don't have any colored sources here. Maybe they're sitting on Prism. I don't think it's worth 2 damage. I'm just going to pass. If I was them, I'd sit on Prism so that I could trick me into doing the block so that they can get back the Sculptor and start the engine up, because they do have Tron. So I've got to probably open up Grunge next turn. Grudge. I keep saying Grunge. There's a target I need to kill. Hopefully they don't just have it here. Sometimes they do. Yeah, I'm going to hold up. I just wanted to get a... do they got the thing? They don't have any... let's see the Prism show up. Okay. Well, I'll just let this stuff go. Do they really have it again? Well, regardless, they're going to get a whole lot of golems out of the deal, right? Little bit of a punt there. Not sure if I would have gone after the Foundry or the Altar there. Probably the Altar. Yeah, definitely a punt. I think I lost this game if we lose, not the deck. I pretty much have just like infinite... golems here, which we can force them to use, right? I can zap the Foundry and then they've got to do the thing, but unfortunately they're going to have enough to kill us in one fail swoop. Another scenario where Essence Warden would just be like ridiculous. We'd probably be at like 50 life right now, 51. Yeah, we've got 1, 2... We could even attack with Gatekeeper, leave one up, unearth it for the interplayability for the Impact Tremor, and then cast another thing. Probably not going to happen, though. 1, 2, 3, sacrifice. Here we go. Oh, to have a Fairy Macabre here. As we watch our opponent get arthritis. And do a little housekeeping here. Get that out of the way. I could roll to a commercial while he does this stuff. That's a whole lot of golems going on. So got to sacrifice 3 to make a golem, right? Yeah, remove 3. So now he's got 7 golems. Oh, green bean sushi roll. We'll have the deck list coming up for you right away. Courtesy of one of my mods. Definitely I'd say about 97% of the way there. It's amazing how many new cards it was able to squeeze into this, but you might even be able to go to 3 glimpse. There it is. Oh, you just copy paste and then you remove everything before the HTTPS if you're having that issue. At least on Magic Online, when you share something, I always kind of marvel that people. I'm not the most tech savvy person, especially next to like Littlefight, but it's like, gosh, just you leave a link on Magic Online's interface, and people are like, it doesn't work, and it's like, well, then just get rid of the spot that is inept before that, before the www stuff, the whole conversation before that, so and so said or wrote blankety blank at this date. Then a website, you think you might want to lose that. Maybe they can time out. Who knows? 14. Shenanigans. There's a card that kind of went bye-bye, right? Still great. I think that's the only card in Pauper that dredges for 1. Well, this will add time to the show for sure. This is game 3, so kind of want to see if we can pull something off. Here you go, make a bunch of tokens. Now, if you can give them haste, there you go. All right. It's like bushwhacker. Oh, crap. All right, let's consider the following. Mountain's not too bad. This feels like when YouTube says, you could have won if you would have blanked. So let me look at this really carefully. So that's 4 damage, 7. I think we have to glimpse here. Let's glimpse. We don't need any of that. Should I just keep the creature's ability, right? We can just block, 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 block. That's 2. I'll play one of these. Or did I already play a land? I did. I'm not going to attack. We're going to get 3 of those. Kind of need to do the thing with Golem Foundry, right? Or at least to kill the this. Should we do the thing? They're just going to do a DOT, so we're dead here. Let's see, maybe they'll mess up. Oh, they messed up. Cool. We'll get 3 creatures out of the deal there. I think they might have passed there. Give us 3 creatures, please. That Swarmkeeper getting awfully big, eh? We've got enough blockers to stay alive, I believe. dies, that's going to do the thing. So we're going to let that through. We'll block here, block here, block here, block here, block here. And do I want to do that? No. Let that through. So that's 18, 19. Okay. We'll shoot one of these. We're at 3. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Well, heal through here. They've got haste or... Oh, interesting. They didn't do the thing, huh? Okay, well, we can kill that and that and that. Don't think I want to even do that. 1, 2, 3. Do the thing here. Do this to this to this. What do we kill? Those are a lot of golems. I don't think we can survive here. I can get him for 2. Actually, hold on a minute here. If I do this to this, I can kill that, attack for 2, shoot the foundry. Or do I just kill golems here? Gotta assume he doesn't have a way out of that. I missed lethal? How did I miss lethal? Oh, you're right. Yeah, the unearth trigger. Yeah. Yeah, I lose. The deck does not. Let's be clear about that. If I do that, I can get him for 2. God, I wish that had haste. That's 9 coming over. What am I doing? Yeah, I just lose here, guys. Let's... I mean, I could do stuff like this. Kill this. Bring this back. Shoot one of these. And die. Wah, wah, wah. Let's be clear. That was me losing, not the deck. But yeah, that would have been exact damage. You're right. So shows playing with the list. So for those of you that missed it like I did, we should have blocked with this because we could have unearthed it for 1 red and had just enough to get through for exactly 4 there. So, hey, we played 8 rounds. We won like 6 of them, I think. So, pretty cool list. Hats off to you, Philly Mays. This is it's very, very hard to make a list with this many new cards. Granted, it's a Modern Horizon, so that's a little bit of an asterisk there. Yeah, this is such a good. So the first impressions of this list was that it wasn't drawing enough, right? But we have 8 draw spells if you look very closely with the Rumble and the Glimpse. So I don't know. You might be able to go to 3 and 3 on both of these, but then sometimes it could feel like it'll roll a little close. I would probably lose an Ent and 1 Swarm to open up 2 more spots. Maybe it's a 2 Essence Warden and 2 in the sideboard. Not quite sure, but a lot of fun playing room with this. Has a lot of resilience, as you've seen. Just think maybe some more life gain. This Horrific Assault is definitely getting there. Really like that. So 01 Online, there's the list right there. Thank you, Chimpskey. So yeah, but so thank you very much, Philly Mays, also known as Jeremy, from our Legion Online, or not online, Legion store in Lawndale, California here. It's Monday nights if you want to hang out with the group. I am only there about 2% of the time. I used to be all the time. I just now it's, I guess without me, it thrives. Maybe I show up and people don't want to show up. I don't know what's going on, but I really like this list. It's so cool to have this 8x here going on. But in a little fight, give me a few hours before we contact because I've got a lot of maintenance to do here. I know you're anxious to show me the goods. But anyway, we'll be back next week, maybe with my new Black Brute. meaning it's Brute Squad with no blue, just all, and it might change drastically by then. I also have an all red list that I've been tinkering with that actually won the Pauper Classic Tuesdays just this last week. So good times. Anyway, y'all, we're going to head on out here with a little Zodiac action, courtesy of me. This was a lot of work, so please enjoy these and look for your birth date and see if you qualify. Otherwise, please spread the word, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We'll see you next time, same same place on PauperRBust. Woo! Adios.